Fire. Fire makes me warm and food. And productivity of the animal.
Okay, and I will give it 30 seconds. Think about it. Defend. I want to bring. Maybe you guys think that match or robot is a good idea. So I want to bring that kind of things because and then you guys just talking freely. Alright? And then we're gonna choose who is the winner today, alright? So I will give 30 seconds and think about the defend idea.
Okay, but
I think 30 and then share the idea and write down the reading.
what is the someone will work in there? No.
And if the battery is gone, it can
No,
use it.
Yes.
Recharge.
There's many batteries there.
Photo need the gas.
Yes, need gas.
Which means
It's something.
it is possible to make
Yes, right. And
cell phone and matching system.
we can never eat GPS system cannot place it in there. It does not. If it rains, the GPS system and cell phone doesn't work anymore.
Okay, is it okay? Yes. Can you start? Alright. So you can just say really. Your idea is good, but if I go to the blah blah blah, I want to bring this item because so you guys just talk, but don't too much. Don't too not too rude. Maybe you have to follow. You have to think about the manner. Right? Okay, go please.
Knife is a good idea. And
I will kill other animals.
maybe dog.
Maybe banana is
It's a good idea.
why? Because when you using banana, you have to gas. You have to have gas. Maybe gas is one. Gas is gone. You want. Sorry, we can make a fire. Make a fire with wood. We can use the stone. Yeah, stone. We will make the fire and use the pot.
You don't need. If you make a fire with stone,
Yeah.
you don't need a burner.
Maybe you take the burner. Burner is a pot. A kind of pot.
Why don't you
Yeah.
change it?
Burner is
Fire.
Electric burner.
You don't need electric.
Do you need a
No.
electronic system?
Only on like handy.
So I don't need to charge. It always
Maybe you can use a table.
table.
Why can you do?
Okay, more.
Oh, I am confused. The burner. Gas range. Gas range.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Handy.
I confused with the copet. So
Why don't you think about the match what is the third point?
It's not a good idea. Yeah.
Okay, could you maybe I think the idea why do you think it's not a good idea?
We want to bring the GPS system or
Cell
cell phone.
phone.
Bring cell phone is a better idea.
when it doesn't work anymore.
Steve Jobs already developed. And he died.
Okay, really think about the reason. Okay, think
The
more
battery
seriously.
is gonna die and then
So easily. So
Battery
yes,
is
and
gone.
then GPS system
How can
and
you
cell phone
battery
have
charge?
to use a battery.
Yeah. in embassy when I see the surprise program. If you don't, it is doing battery. But the
Okay.
119 is working, still working.
Well, we can. I know, but in this isolated island, we can use maybe we can use the cell phone because there is no.
Maybe you connect to GPS, we connect to police office. And
We can go anywhere.
when
I
the battery
think.
is out,
Not battery is
we said
out.
that when it battery is out,
Mm.
how can you use your cell phone?
No cell phone, no GPS.
In
you just
emergency,
Emergency
It is
call,
works.
call you want to use your cell phone here.
Oh.
Okay, alright. So how about let's wrap up. Well, let's think about it. What is really important thing? What will you bring? 3 items. Maybe you guys really just maybe there are a lot of camping burner, dog knife, recycle magic, and food.
food.
Camp food is really. We'll bring camp food and
Knife.
Knife.
we'll bring knife. Okay, knife. Yes, to protect. And what is last one? GPS cell phone. GPS cell phone. No.
Camping one.
Camping burner.
Electric camping one.
Electric camping burner. Okay.
Jennifer said you just don't.
All right. Good, everybody. Today, you guys are so perfect. Yeah, I think you're perfect. You're perfect. I think your idea is good too.
Oh, really?
Maybe if I go to the isolated island, I will bring cell phone too.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
And I record. And I will try to call 911 and
Even battery is out.
before battery going.
Before.
Okay. Alright. So what is interesting today's lesson, do you think?
I think about, we have lots of time to think about it and talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it. Excellent. You guys, you
Talk about the vacation.
vacation. Oh, really? What were you doing? Nearly isolated. Think about one more time, honey. No, your eyes is great. Don't do that. Just think about one more time, please. Okay, what will you do? Oh, what do you think about today's lesson?
Playing with the ball.
That's the board. Alright. I think the next time I will make the song more clearly.
Yeah.
Yes. What is a good point today's lesson?
Yeah, I enjoyed the conversation with the 3 guys.
3 guys.
3 girls.
Little guys is
Yeah, and 3
3
girls.
guys. She's my partner.
Alright. And what is interesting to you?
interesting.
Talk about each other. Yes. And don't forget it. If you think, if you do something next to the future and you will use will and you will not do something and you use want. Okay? Good job today and goodbye everyone. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Oh my goodness. I'm not sure I could survive on a desert island with you girls. Okay, let's come together. Jamie,
Yes.
What did you like about your lesson today?
I like password and this is really my dream class and I only did that password and I just finished. My students cannot talk like that. So we did the production part and I hope to do
I guess if you did that in a real class,
their production would be making the sentence about the picture. You had a picture, pass the ball, music stops,
yes.
and then they have to say a sentence.
Yeah, right.
That's production.
That's production.
You didn't give them the language. You gave them the picture. You just gave them the picture, and they had to make the language. So for beginner, that's a production. Yeah, well, kind of a practice for this group, but for a group who's very weak, that would be a production because you didn't give them the language. They had to think of the picture. Grandma, visit my grandmother. That's production. Anyway, it's more control. Remember, this practice and production is a continuum. You know continuum? What's a continuum? Continuum. Continuum. It looks kind of like this part of the word. And over here you might have practice. Let's do it this way. And over here, you have production. So over here the teacher is very in control, and here the teacher is less in control. And here the teacher is not in control, but the students are in control. So you can see very high teacher control. Here it could be a bit of both. And here the students are more in control. The teacher's still there to support. Okay. So your practice is the same thing. You give them practice along this line, okay, but the amount of teacher intervention gets less and less and less. It's all practice. All of this is practice. Even the production that you do is practice. It's practicing for outside the classroom. Okay, we call it production because the teacher allows the students more control, but it's not real. It's still not real. They're practicing for outside. So if something is practice or production, it kind of depends on who are the students. And you told me your students were beginner, high beginner. Okay, so they need more teacher. They need more teacher support. But it's still practice. But for them, this is production. Because you gave them the chance to make one sentence. They produced it. It's production. Is that clear for everyone? Are you happy with that idea? Okay, so this continuum just depends on the level they are and how much the teacher steps back for different levels. Okay. Any other comments? Good comments about the lesson? What did you like?
The activities balance it with the sitting activity and moving.
I love the way she got them out of the desk. Thank goodness. I hate seeing students sitting in desks. If I sit in a desk, I fall asleep. It's my character. If I sit still, I start drawing or I sleep. Get them out of the chairs. They sit in the chair for Korean and geography and history and social science. Get them up, get them having fun. Because when they have fun, they have this positive feeling and it lifts that barrier of, oh, I hate English, I hate studying. English is studying, I hate studying. They're not studying, they're having fun, but they're learning. So get them up and play a game. I liked all your games. What do you think?
At the first, she asked, what will you do in the summer vacation?
Mm-hmm.
The vacation make me pleasure.
Yep.
So I can happy. At the first, I feel happy.
Yeah, right from the beginning, you focused on something that was enjoyable for the students to think about. Okay. So yeah, nice lead-in, something that they felt good about.
Modern every people that is always modern.
Okay, nice modeling for each activity. Good.
There's no paper worksheet instead of using game or produce. Just talk about the production. No.
Okay, you don't need to have 10 questions for the students to practice and correct. She chose to practice orally, using the board, using the Velcro board. You don't have to each have a piece of paper all the time. Okay, that Velcro board was lovely, really worked nicely. For a bigger class, it might have been a little bit small.
Yes.
But you could have a bigger one, and you could put it up where they could all see it. So don't get too close to one group, because they can't see well. But yeah, nice. For this group, it was perfect. Yeah. Anything else? Good things?
And she showed the picture first as we play the ball. So we just like a game. Not, I thought it's not study. So I can speak faster.
Yeah. Okay, so and having that picture there, they had time to think about what was going on. It was a nice activity. Okay. And because it was a game, the students weren't too stressful about language, because remember, it was a beginner class. Okay. All right, any other good comments? What did I say? I think you said everything I wanted to say. Yeah, you got nice talking right from the lead-in. They were talking right from the beginning. The animated PowerPoint to focus on the form was good. Nice drilling. Pocket chart, good. Ball, music, good. Fun. Remember right at the beginning we said, what do young learners like? Fun, picture, music, color. That had everything. More instructions. Production was set up nicely. Okay, so what could improve in that lesson? What do you think you would do differently if you did it again?
I spend time in production. That is my focus of this lesson.
So you spent time doing what?
Production part.
Is that a bad thing?
This is good thing.
Oh, good. No, we're talking bad things now. But yes, your production was nice. Your production was more than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Your production was nearly 15 minutes.
15 minutes, right.
Okay, so that was great. So what would you change if you did it?
Maybe I want to do the discussion, but I think I'm not ready to guide the debate.
Tell me more.
Maybe I think there is a way to do debate with the students. So I don't know where. So I cannot lead the students how
So
to debate.
you were getting confused about what should I do next? What should I tell them next? So the instructions for the production.
Yes.
Bingo, I agree with you. I think your lesson was lovely, but when you got to production, your instructions got a bit confused. And the students felt it, and I felt it. And I think you did also.
Yes.
Okay. We can talk about that. Your production was really nice. It was a lovely activity. Now, what did Jennifer do? No, Jenny. What did Jenny do with her production?
A Venn diagram.
A Venn diagram.
Right.
And when you want to, and she set up her production really nicely with the Venn diagram. And that's a very, these graphic organizers are very useful for setting up production, because they give the students a chance to think. So you just choose the right graphic organizer. You could have done a T-chart, like that, where you make a chart, and on the one side, they must write down the things they want to take to the island. On the other side of the T-chart, they must write down the things the other group wants to take, so they've got it in their memory. You did a T-chart on the board, kind of, for them, but they can also do that while they're listening. Okay. Now you've set up the debate. You've got the for and against on your T-chart. Now the students have got the language, and you just focus on the side of the chart that you want them to talk about. First of all, talk about your ideas. Tell the group your ideas. Okay. Tell them all your ideas. You guys, right. Okay. Then give them a few more minutes to look at the other team and say, this is not a good idea, and they can make up some more reasons. So your instructions are, look at what the other team said and try and think why your items are better. And then this group talks again. Okay, and then explain to each other. Now the problem with that is, where's the winner? Who's the winner? How do you fix the problem of the winner? Because they just keep talking until you say, be quiet. How do you make a winner? They had 3 things, they had 3 things. You could have had more, but 3 was okay. They had 3, they had 3. What do they do next? Come together as one group. Now you're going to join one group, and you have to vote for 4 things.
14.
You have to choose 4 things from your 6 things. Okay, and the group who's got the most of the 4 is the winner. So they had 3, they had 3. Now take it to 4, and whoever's got the most on the new list is the winner. Now they have to fight because they want to have at least 2 things on the list. So that could be one way to do it. It was a lovely activity. It just needed that end purpose to it. Okay, other suggestions for the lesson? Things that could change. Don't be shy, come on, teachers. Mia, I saw you write at least 10 things.
I'm gonna kill you. Just think.
Okay, as I said, your instructions in teacher talk time were a little bit too fast for beginner,
Yes.
and they were a little bit too long. And I think I said it to Jenny, if I didn't say it, I wrote it, and to everybody, chunk your instructions. Break them into pieces. Do this. Finished? Okay, now do this. Now do this. And let them do it and stop. Check. Next instruction. Please do that. Not junk them like one young learner student angrily wrote to me the other day when I told her to chunk her instruction. Russell, you made me very angry. You told me to chunk my instructions. Why would she be angry?
Instruction, what is it?
Chunk. Do you not know chunk? She thought I was saying junk.
Break or long sentence. Chunk, don't worry.
Not junk, but chunk.
Chunk.
So chunk means piece.
Piece is long piece.
Break it into pieces. So visually, your instructions look like this. Okay, they're too long. Okay, what you should, and here they do instruction, 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 action, action, action. Instead, do this: instruction, action, instruction, action, instruction, action. So now they do a little piece and action. Another instruction, action. Another instruction, action. This is chunking. Okay, please do that in your instructions. You will find the students follow more easily and your lesson will go more smoothly. You don't have to go back and say to each group, oh, I forgot something. Okay, you'll find if you chunk, you won't have that problem. Okay, I've only got one. Has anyone else got anything else to say?
About her outline question.
Mm-hmm.
You told me before.
Oh, okay, so hold your question. The last thing I want to talk to you is about your language. Can anyone say something about the language in that lesson?
Language? The talking language?
The Lexus. Lexus, vocabulary.
Vocabulary.
What level was the class?
Beginner.
Beginner.
Not the beginner.
Okay. What about the language? Tell me.
Intermediate.
Okay, your language is too high
Yes.
for that class. You were talking about survival.
Yes.
Beginner will not know survival. Okay, and isolated.
Yes.
But she
Beginner.
explained what is isolated.
Did she?
No.
I was sleeping.
I think my lesson plan is not for. Maybe the lesson plan is about the maybe the beginner. But when I teach them, and I don't teach like a beginner style. It's
Okay.
intermediate a little bit.
So you lifted this for intermediate.
Yes.
Okay, but keep it to the level you would teach. Their job is to pretend they are beginner. But definitely with isolated, I would have elicited from the students. So isolate, what does isolated mean? Are there many people there? Can you see other houses? Okay, is it near or far from other places? Okay, so try and just concept check. Do they understand isolated?
Excuse me, but she draw
Mhm.
island, nobody, so it's isolated.
Yeah, the picture.
I think she already explained one person, nobody there.
Okay, I take it. But I still think it was a little bit high level.
How can I change the word isolated to
Lonely.
lonely and then
Or do you have to say isolated? Can't you just say they're no people?
No people.
No people. Okay, so just think about the language that you use for your classes. You understand it, but they probably won't understand. Even survivor. Survive. What does survive mean? Explain it to me.
How do you think isolated is for general class?
I think intermediate level could understand isolated, and even young learner could understand isolated if you explain and check they understand. Okay, so apart from that, 2 lovely lessons today, big improvement, really solid lessons. If you do that kind